Where's that camera? Oh, okay, there it is. Here we go. Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. I know I'm not at my usual desk, but that's because this video is rather impromptu. Let me explain. I've been searching for a sufficiently durable 2TB SSD for some time, and found a video to watch, or more precisely, listen to. It was then that I found it, the end of my quest. The Samsung T5 Portable SSD. I scrolled through Lazada, an online store from which I've bought many things, like this for example. But I digress. So I scrolled through Lazada searching for an affordably priced T5 sold by a reseller. Remember that, reseller. Interestingly, nearly all the resellers sold the T5 at around the same price. Well, except for this one. Yeah, that's definitely a scam. Anyways, after running each of them through a matrix of tests, including realistic seller ratings and SSD storage, I finally found it. A seemingly appropriately priced Samsung T5 with 2 TB of storage. I bought it. It took an abnormally long time to arrive, and often switched between being 2 weeks away and then 1 week away, and 2 weeks away and then 1 week away, but eventually it arrived. Now I won't bore you with the excruciating detail of my finding this out, but it was a scam, and I'll explain why in 4 parts. Upon unboxing the T5, I observed something rather interesting near the port. There's a hole. The real Samsung T5 has no hole. It has an LED, but no hole. Now, underneath the holder and the instruction manual are the cables. The cables that use not Velcro straps, but these wire twist ties. Now this next part has to do with formatting. On the Ubuntu Disk Manager, I tried to fully format the drive. Speaking of which, there is another point tangentially related to this. Let's call it part 3A. You see that? It says vendor code. I have a computer with internal Samsung SSDs. What does it say? Samsung. Let's return to part 3. Now I know full formats take long, but to fully format this so-called 2 TB Samsung SSD takes 3 days. Now part 4 is probably my favorite of the parts because it deals with transfer time. Now the T5 and SSDs in general are illustriously fast, as can be vouched for by channels like Unbox Therapy and Think Media. So let's try transferring files onto this SSD. I have here a folder named Videos. It is approximately 16 GB in size. I'm going to copy it over to the T5 here, which is empty. How long does it take? 596,523 hours. It is an empty 2 TB SSD. Now just for comparison, I have a less than half empty 500 GB HDD. It copies the folder with ease in less than 2 minutes. It's a more than half full 500 GB HDD. So yeah, this T5 is a counterfeit. Bringing us to now. Upon realizing it a scam, I submitted a return request to Lazada and got this, the return label. That was a week ago. Due to some confusion from the internet, I resisted returning the T5, and the absence of an official Lazada phone number just made things worse. While there were many phone numbers I found on the internet, none of them connected me to Lazada. In fact, One of them actually connected me to Malaysia's National Bank.
Terima kasih kerana menelpon BNN Telelink. Untuk maklumat, BNN Telelink beroperasi mulai jam 9 pagi hingga 5 petang setiap Isnin hingga Jumaat.
But with only 2 days left before possibly being eternally blocked from returning the T5, I decided to pack it up. Finally bringing us to now. I just packed it up and printed additional return labels just in case. First thing tomorrow, I'm going to head down to the post office to return the T5.
Tomorrow.
I just returned from the post office and sent the package to the warehouse address on the return label in a rather unconventional way. You see, the return label here should have a barcode allowing for a gratis delivery. Now, according to the post officer, the absence of one indicates the reseller is a scammer. I wasn't sure if it was true, but with no other option, I paid the delivery fee and it's now on its way to the warehouse. Hopefully.
24 hours later.
Yeah, so it failed. That purple filled icon with the lightning bolt means the delivery failed. I don't know what they're going to do next, but I'm busy today and probably tomorrow. So I'll just have to return to the post office sometime later. Guess what? I woke up this morning ready for the post office when this happened. Turns out they attempted a second delivery yesterday and it worked. So I won't need to go down to the post office today. Now, weirdly, over 3 hours before this successful delivery, Lazada updated that they received the package. 2 hours later, they reviewed the return request. And a second after, the refund request was approved. Now, according to Lazada, it takes between 5 to 15 working days for the money to be refunded. So I suppose I'll see you all here back in 5 to 15 working days. Oh, I just received a notification. The money is in. Every penny, every cent spent on the purchase of the T5 has been returned. After all that, from finding an SSD, searching for affordable prices, receiving it, realizing it was a fake, returning it, and waiting days to finally being refunded. With the refund now in, I'm contemplating a repurchase of the T5, but from Samsung this time, not a reseller as I should have done initially. It may be a T5 or perhaps a T7, but when it does arrive, I'll do a follow-up to this video showing you how a real T5 or even a T7 looks like. Now, as a piece of advice, don't convolute your mind with seemingly conflicting pieces of information, even if they do come from the seller. Just follow what you're told or what your dashboard tells you to do. Mine told me to send it in, to drop the package off. If I did, it would have saved me the anxiety and probably resulted in an earlier refund. At the same time, Lazada was very efficient with this refund, but I wouldn't expect that through every refund you do. If you do need to return the package, expect to have to wait the 5 to 15 working days or whichever amount of time suits your payment method as per this table. As said previously, I will be doing a follow-up video or sequel, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when that video is out. Thank you for watching, stay safe, live long and prosper. Goodbye.